welcome back to my studio. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Tonight, I'm not really doing something holiday as much as something with a winter feel to it. So let's get down to the table and see what I'm working on. Okay, for this project, we're going to make a wreath. And you can see I've got this beautiful owl that I found. I'm really liking him. He was an ornament, that's why he's got this little brown speck on his little head. But you know, I just took that off. And I found these lovely frosted greens, these gold leafy things, these beautiful white pine cones that go great with my little white owl, some nice white and gold flowers, and a whole batch of gold tulle and gold and white ribbons to play with. Now what I like to do is, you can see it's all sort of laid out here. I like to do what's called dry run. And by that I mean lay it all out. Cut the flowers, move some things around, see how it looks. And once I have something I like, then I'm ready to start building my wreath. So the first step is I've got to move all this stuff out of the way so we can get started. So hang in there a second. Okay, step one is the base of our wreath. So I've got our lovely wreath frame, and what I've got is some white duct tape. Now the nice thing about putting duct tape over your frame is it covers the wires. It gives you a nice blank look. You can use different colored ones. White goes best with the pattern that I'm using right now. I could have used a colored duct tape or a black duct tape, whatever I wanted. For this one, I've chosen white. And all we're going to do is pick a spot to get started and just gently wrap around the frame. Now I say gently because you do not want to pull too hard and distort your frame. You want to cover it, but you want to cover it without warping it or bending it or squishing it. So let's get this done. And when we get to the end, we're just going to cut this off on the back. Press down. Okay, next layer is going to be our gold tulle, and we're going to need our glue gun. We're also going to need our little helper, which is our little silicone spatula. This is to keep you from burning your fingers. This stuff is thin, see-through, okay? You do not want to be, torching your little fingers. So you're going to press down with this instead of your fingers. We're going to put a nice coat of glue down here. Stick the tool down into. And I always make sure that I give at least one wrap right around that spot, especially with tulle, because I want to make sure it's nicely stuck down. And now we're just going to go around and around and around. And when you've gotten all the way around, if you don't want to go a second round, which you can if you want, you're just going to glue that down. Pull that down. Glue it down well. And hold that for a little bit so the glue can dry a bit. And we're going to cut off the excess. We're going to let that dry just a bit. And while that's drying, we're going to work on the bow. So I'll put that to the side. And I'm going to clean up some of this glitter and get my ribbons out. Little hint for you, baby wipes love to pick up the glitter for you. Okay, I have 4 different ribbons. And we are going to cut 2 of each one. I think I have enough ribbon on each spool for 2. And we want that to be 18 inches. So we're going to measure out to the 18-inch mark and cut 2 strips of each ribbon at 18 inches. Now that those are all cut, we're ready to make our bow. What we're going to do is take our pieces one at a time. We're going to alternate the different patterns. And laying it down on our board, we want to find the 12-inch mark. We want to take the top end and put it at the 12-inch mark. You know what? I'm going to put it at the 13-inch mark. Sorry, 13, and pinch at 12. Okay, so I've made it there, and then I'm going to put that between my fingers. Now, do you have to put it between your fingers? No, you can put it into a clip, into a, bobby pin, into whatever to hold it for you. Just make sure that when you're doing this, this one's a little long because I missed that end, that you're making them all the same size at the top. Fold to the 13 line, pinch at the 12, and put it into the fingers. Okay, once you've got them all together and done, you're going to take your twist tie, pipe cleaner, and you're going to put that where your fingers are and give that a good tight twist to hold those all together. Nice and tight for you. Now, you can do what I'm going to do now before you put them all together, but these ends, I want my ends to all look nice, so I'm going to dovetail them all. It is sometimes easier to do this before you put them into the bow. Okay, now we're going to put this to the side. We'll fluff it out and get it ready when it's time to put it on the wreath. And we're going to pull our wreath back because it is now ready for us. So give me a second. Okay, we are ready to start putting things on the wreath base. Now, I have the order I want these to go, and I've bent my stems so that they go with the curve of my wreath. But I have to work from the bottom up to get where I want to be. Now, before I put all these flowers in, I think I want to do my owl next. So I'm going to let this, cool for just a second. And see where I have glued myself to the table. And we're going to put our owly dude in. I have to decide. Oh, still wet. So I want him to sort of sit on this ledge here. Because he needs to get enough of a grip. All right, I'm going to start with putting a batch of glue down on here and a batch of glue on here. And we're going to Smush that all together and hope he likes his new home. Okay, now we're ready to add some flowers. I'm liking that. That's nice and full. Oh. All right, now we're ready to fluff up our bow and add it up here at the top. So we're going to turn this around. Now all I have left to do is put a hanger on it, and I'll give you the final results. I may do a little more fluffing. Okay, we have our final results. I am so happy with my cute little owl and his flowers. We go up this side, we have the flowers, we have the beautiful white pine cones and the greens and the gold. We have our beautiful bow, greens and gold and those beautiful white pine cones and the lovely flowers. And it just all works so nicely together. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos. Now this is part of our Friday with Friends, and tonight you should have seen our special guest heading us off at 7 p.m. Eastern. That was Taslima from Taslima Art. After that was Pattie with Let's Pour with Pattie, and then Bill from Roberson Art. And after me is Billy with BCC Art Studio. All the links are down in the description box, so please follow along and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everyone.